Welcome to Grey Golfers. We're here to help you Grey Golfers realise and reach your potential. It's all about you. So hit me up with whatever questions you've got and I will answer. I'm Stuart Smith, PJ professional and a fellow Grey Golfer. Hi there and welcome to this second podcast for Grey Golfers. So what you're going to hear in a minute is a chat with a good friend of mine, Nick, who works for a company called Heavenly Hybrid. And basically what they are a company who make full set of hybrids. So the range goes all the way down to a sand iron. They do in a full hybrid head. So it's not like irons which you've seen in the past have the iron front and the hybrid back. These are full hybrids. They're perfect for the greyer of grey golfers, let's say. So perfect for seniors and perfect for ladies. At the moment they're only coming in right hand, but it's worth listening to, because if you need to hit the ball further, you want something a bit easier to hit, you need a bit of help, then these could be the clubs for you. And carry on going through to the very end, because he's got some really exciting news that I only found out when I did the interview about a club they're launching and going to help raise some money for a fantastic charity. And there's even a chance to win one of these by joining our YouTube channel. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Grey Golfers, once we get 100, we'll do a draw. And as you'll hear in the interview with Nick, he's very kindly given us one of these special new clubs he's got coming out soon as a prize, which is really good. So I hope you enjoy. Here's the interview. Hi there and welcome to the second podcast for Grey Golfers. I'm Stuart and I'm here with a good friend of mine, and he's from a company called Heavenly Hybrid. So, Nick, in these strange times, how you been this year?
What can one say? The first thing is it's been extremely challenging for everybody, and Heavenly Hybrids, we took the lockdown and the government guidance extremely seriously. So probably the best thing I can say is all our families are safe and well. So, and we're just looking forward to getting through till Christmas and March now, Stuart, when I think life will start returning back to normal a little bit.
Well, let's hope so. It's certainly been a strange year, and let's hope everyone's families are good in that. So have you managed to get out and play at all this year?
Yeah, when the first lockdown lifted, I was lucky enough to book some slots locally, and obviously normally you and I would sneak away and have a few games locally. Yep. But I got a few two balls in, and there was a little bit of game left in there, and the clubs were working nicely, particularly around the greens. As you know, we did a lot of work together around the greens last year, so that touch is still there. So yeah, some enjoyable moments.
Good, and now unfortunately the cold weather's here. We're not going to be as lucky with the weather that we had in the first time.
No, I think I'll be parking those clubs till about March time, April time. I'll send you a text around then.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the Heavenly Hybrids that you obviously work for on that. Shall I describe what they are and they do, or do you want to give it a go?
I can give you a little sort of headlines about the golf club. I mean, it was an idea that came about really from short game work, and the idea was to try and develop a sort of more forgiving golf club. That it was easier to use, you got more elevation, perhaps a bit more distance, and probably most importantly for the mid-handicapper, it's a shank-proof club. So
100% shank proof.
It's actually 100%
folks. I have witnessed that, and they definitely are 100%
and it says so on the website as well.
It does, doesn't it?
So it's official. It's 100% shank proof. That was part of the design, really, and particularly around the greens. We know some of the mid-handicapper, higher handicapper players can just lose their card, with one unfortunate shot.
One shank and they go,
and it's a double bogey. So a lot of work's gone into the design. It's a beautiful looking club, as you know. You've test driven it yourself.
I have, yes.
It definitely works. It's easier to use. We find some of the feedback is it's also a bit kinder to the shoulders, a bit kinder to the elbow, and of course the hybrid club, which it's based on.
So these are full hybrid heads, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's not an iron. They're not like some of the ones that say they're hybrid and it's an iron front and a hybrid back. These are full hybrids. And how low do they go? Do they go to a sand iron, do they?
Yeah, they go to a 3-iron, and the idea is that everybody's favourite club, whether in the rough or trying to carry that bunker, they go for the hybrid. So we developed a range of clubs which go right the way through from 3-iron to sand iron. They look like your hybrid club that's in your bag at the moment. They feel like it, and they're as easy to use as well.
And I'll say that you've got a driving iron for some people that want to hit it off the tee as well.
We do get special orders. People seem to find that when they get using the Heavenly Hybrids, then they want to get the whole range.
Right.
And as you know, we've now launched the putter as well. On the same principle, like easy to use, really, really comfortable in the hand, and a really nice clean strike of the ball.
Oh, good.
So it's been very well received, and it looks very attractive in the bag. Each one comes with its own dedicated head cover as well. So it's an attractive set of clubs, but the popularity is increasing sort of exponentially, Stuart.
And who's your target audience? I mean, obviously we're here talking on Grey Golfers, so I'm hoping it's not for the teens and the young, and so it's for the more older golfer, is it?
Absolutely. We're tending to find that the younger guys, they'll stick with the large brands, the heavily marketed brands like your Nikes, etc., and your Callaways. But the main target demographic is, I would say, the senior golfer who wants a little bit of help to enjoy his game, and some of the ladies who, again, want to use clubs that are easier to use off the tee, around the green, out of the rough. So, I would say our target demographic would be ladies or senior golfers.
Okay, and if it's those golfers, they sort of struggle lifting the ball off the ground. So I'll take it the hybrid design makes that a bit easier, because that's generally what the rest of them do. Is that safe all the way through?
The best reference point is the hybrid club in your bag, which we all reach for to get it out of the woods, out of the rough, over the woods.
You're never in the woods,
That's
Nick.
Right. I know people that do. That's all.
Okay.
That's right. Good friend of mine.
Is that so good?
So it just picks the ball up cleaner and easier to use off the ground, and that slight elevation as well. People can take on that shot over the bunker, or get a little bit more distance on those dry days. So it's been extremely well received, and the club really does perform well, Stuart.
Good. And obviously I know you as well. Is that they've been going for a few years now, and I know that obviously just through chatting from you that you've built the brand up slowly and you haven't sort of rushed into too much. And how's that going for you?
See so many boom to bust products because of social media. It's easy to launch something and have no follow through, and we see brands and ideas come through all the time that have fallen foul of that. So the whole agenda for the directors was to build this organically, build it through sales. Don't overextend the business. Build up the database and let the word of mouth take over from there. We obviously use social media. We've got a very active website. We use social media for marketing, but never take any orders that can't be fulfilled within the prescribed timescale. Always follow up for feedback. So the client base is building nicely, and we just believe it's the right way to build the business.
Yeah. Well, the world's changing now, isn't it? Especially after COVID and everything else like that. Everyone's online. So people go online to the website, heavenlyhybrid.com. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. You'll see the full range on there. You send us a quick email. We'll very happily pick the phone up to you, very happily arrange for a fitting, explain what the club does. And there's some testimonials in there as well that you can see people who've used them and what they feel about the golf club as well.
Oh, excellent. And custom fit, I noticed you do a little bit of custom fitting, so you sort of, people, you've said so you can have it a bit shorter, a bit longer, fatter grip, things like that. So obviously you can't bend them like an iron, but you can certainly adjust the shaft and grip size for people.
Yeah, we want to take the product extremely seriously. Some people who would buy an expensive range of clubs like a Callaway would expect a fitting service if they needed it. So we provide that for those that might need a little bit of longer club or a shorter club. It's an option. Most people know from the existing clubs that they're using is what's their preferred length, but we're very happy to accommodate that. It's about generating more enjoyment for the game and for the golfer. So we're very happy to provide a custom fitting service as well.
Oh, good, that's excellent. Now, I've seen something in the corner that I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to talk about or to do. I've seen a little club with a different logo on from what you're used to. Am I allowed to mention this, or is that hush-hush?
Well, it's literally is prior to launch, so we're 2 weeks too early, but very happy to talk about it.
Okay.
It's quite a special initiative.
So
actually,
what I'm looking at, I've got in my hands now, is a Heavenly Hybrid, looks like a chipper with Breast Cancer UK plaster all over it. So tell me about this. What's
Heavenly Hybrid? We always have initiatives ongoing where we try and identify charity and support in the way that we can, whether it be in little informal golf days amongst friends, etc. But I was sort of influential in the decision to choose Breast Cancer UK. My mum was one of the lucky survivors from breast cancer. Their logo is prevent the preventable, and 25% of people who get it do recover. So we contacted them.
That's a great tagline, that, isn't it? Prevent the preventable. Wouldn't it be great if that could ever happen?
Oh, absolutely fabulous, fabulous, and they're desperate for funding, particularly as the last year has been quite challenging for the charities. They did have a previous golf initiative, so they do like the golfing sort of arena. They had a little putting competition that they invited all the ladies captains of clubs to take part of, and that raised considerable amounts of money. So on the back of that, the conversation was taken sort of quite seriously by Breast Cancer UK. Our idea was to create a bespoke golf club for them in their corporate colours. So we created a beautiful chipper, which is probably the easiest club around the green to use and demonstrate. And it's in the corporate colours of Breast Cancer UK. So we've got a lovely orange head, a grey shaft. It's got the company logo on.
It does look amazing.
UK. It looks
doesn't
fantastic.
It looks really good. And that cover is something else, isn't it?
I know. So the samples are over there. They've all been used. Apparently there's lots of golfers at Breast Cancer UK, and they've all been around the greens using this chipper. It's been very well received. We've got a beautiful head cover on there as well, with Breast Cancer UK, the logo on there, so it will stand out in the bag. The whole point about the promotion is that for every club sold, Heavenly Hybrid will donate 20% of the proceeds to Breast Cancer UK. It's going to be rolled out across all the clubs, so far, Breast Cancer have now put it across their database. It's all ready to launch in January, and we're thrilled to bits with the club.
That's very generous.
Thrilled to bits
that
with
is,
the
isn't
club
it?
as well.
20%. That's very good. And let's hope all you golfers out there get hold of one, buy one. Not only will you get a great chipper, you'll be supporting a fantastic cause I'm sure has touched many hearts over the years.
Yeah, and the idea is to support the person that buys it, so they won't just buy this club and not know how to use it. They'll be sent a link to an instructional video with a short game expert who will just spend 5 minutes just thanking them for supporting the Breast Cancer UK initiative, and just give a little tutorial on the best way to use the club, where you can use the club, etc. So we're trying to create a real personal experience here.
And I also noticed, just by looking at it, is that most of the other chippers out there are about a 35, 40 degrees. You've gone for 50 degrees, which is interesting.
Yep.
So that means that they can also use it to pop it over a bunker, which the other ones they can't do because it tends to roll too far.
Exactly.
So that's clever thinking. That is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that will be part on the demonstration link that you'll get as well, where you can use this, where it's appropriate for, how the ball reacts to it. So it should be, apart from the fact it's a fabulous golf club that really does work, and again, 100% shank free.
Yeah,
that is the guarantee.
The magic words. That is lots of golfers.
We really hope that people get this in the bag and it help with their handicaps. So.
Okay, well, seeing as I've seen this club, what's the chances of me nicking one and sort of maybe giving it for a prize when we get to a certain amount of YouTube?
I think that's great
subscribers.
Idea.
Is that okay? So once we get to 100, we'll do a draw, and so all you golfers out there, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and when we get to 100, we'll do a draw for one of these magnificent chippers.
Yeah, take one away, Stuart.
Is that
Absolutely
okay?
Delighted. Yeah, help yourself.
That's great. Excellent, Nick. That's very kind of you coming in. I hope you grey golfers have enjoyed that. So we've got Heavenly Hybrid Golf Clubs. They're right hand only. They go from 3-iron through to sand iron, and there's a driving iron and a putter available. Go to the website, have a look, and if you're like me, getting grey hair, and Nick, I notice you've got a couple of grey hairs there as well. I'm sure there's many of you golfers out there. These could be the clubs for you. Maybe have a look. Nick, thank you for your time.
Nice to see you again, Stuart. See you soon.
And you, mate. Cheers.